On today's episode, we shot some special edition NHL jerseys for Reebok. The challenge here was to light these jerseys so they look straight out of an ad for a superhero movie. I'm going to show you how the shoot went down and show you exactly how we lit these images, so hang tight. So Jason Weeks from Reebok comes in. Fuck that.
Here. How are you?
He's got these 7 NHL jerseys. We worked with him before. Great guy. We hung out for a little while, chatted, and then we got to work.
These are what you're gonna see.
At first, they showed me a couple of pictures of what they really wanted to do. Pictures where there was a narrow beam going across Superman's chest. I decided to go for a 4-light setup with a strong tight light cutting across the front of the jersey, a gentle fill light, and 2 strong hair lights from behind to outline the edges of the body and face. Of course, he had this fitted, fake muscly outfit. In this case, as we came to find out, the NHL jerseys were a little bit more unwieldy. Well, one thing that's weird is the the texture underneath.
Yeah.
Because the pads, I'm not touching your boobs.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of am. We tried to stuff the jerseys, so this fold problem, this whole wrinkle problem, it was a real issue. We were trying to solve it. We were stuffing things in. I had these little packing bubbles, or the big packing bubbles, and we were stuffing them under his shirt. And then because he was all padded out, I was giving it to him. Punch the client, punch the client. At first, we tried to get the main light all set. We went from a 12-inch reflector with a 10-degree grid to a 7-inch reflector with a 10-degree grid to a snoot. What the hell was that? So, and then we went to a snoot, and we kind of compared all of them. And one thing we learned was that the snoot, while it made a narrow beam, there was no difference between the light here and here. When we used the 12-inch reflector and had it really close, we found that there was a lot of fall off, and that really caught the eye. For example, we had the light here was a lot more intense than the light here, and that creates some dynamism. I'll call it dynamism for lack of a better word. It makes the shot look a little, what I call juicy. It looked juicy, that's all I can say. Add a little hair light from really far behind, and then of course we had to block the lens with a couple of pieces of foam core so that I wasn't getting lens flare. Just to create the notion of a jawline and to actually outline the sides of the uniform just a little bit. And then I had a half dome gridded box with a half CTB filter in it, even though it was a really subdued light, and it put a little bit of deep blue in the shadows. I think that just gives it a little bit of an edge that we can play with later too. Now they didn't know if they wanted it straight on half body, straight on horizontal with just the logo, or a turn body, so we were doing all 3. So our lighting setup period probably took about an hour to an hour and 15 minutes. We tested on an orange jersey. It looked pretty good, and in the end, once we brought it on the computer and did a little work, it was great. But then to duplicate that from jersey to jersey was intense. We were all getting really tired. We got it. We hit our stride now. I think we have 6 jerseys left to do, and we're trying to do it in 2 hours. So we spent about 2.5 hours shooting the other 6 jerseys, and Jason from Reebok was indeed the model for this whole thing. And I think at the end of the day, we got some really good stuff. We had some good times, told a few jokes, had my hand up my client's shirt. Are those goosebumps? Yeah.
Thanks, man. Always great working with you.
Dude, that was sick.
Yeah,
that was
always
sick.
Great.
Thank you, Jason, for the opportunity. Thank you, Reebok. It was great working for you, and this shoot, while a little bit tedious, was really fun, and I think we got some amazing imagery.